Daddy born poor, Mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. 4 babies in the back seat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha 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 ha.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. So glad you could join me this Tuesday morning, January 30th, 2024. Here at Forex Smart Trade, our mission is to help you become the best version of yourself. And we do that by teaching you how to use our simple but highly predictive trading indicators. And we are so confident in how well they work and in our ability to show you how to use them that once we've trained you, we'll let you trade with our money. And the purpose of this session is to show you one of the dozen different trade signals that we have. When you do work with us, we will create a customized trade plan based around your availability to trade and your risk preferences. What you get is a mentor and an accountability partner, and both of those things will help propel you to success. So with that, let's jump right in. We need to start by listening to this guy, and then we'll see what the market has for us this morning.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
One of the great things about the program is that we are continually focused on coaching, on giving you information to show you how to do it, show you how to do it right, and be able to answer your questions when things aren't going as you expect. As part of that, we do these live trade sessions. I do 3 a week on Tuesday and Thursday morning, which you are in the Tuesday morning one, Monday afternoon, and then also every afternoon at 4:15, I send my overnight trade setup to trade that you can copy to see how well the indicators perform. There's also a little 3 or 4 minute clip that shows you how I figured out that trade. When you become a regular member, we do a live trade every morning at 10 a.m. Eastern, then again at 10 p.m. Eastern, and again we've got we have the coaching sessions, group coaching sessions, Wednesday evening at 9 p.m. And again, Saturday morning at 10 a.m. back to the basics, where we're continuing to review the various trade strategies. I like to work off of a little checklist that helps me stay focused. Checklists have been proven through research to help you improve performance. Every day I like to restart my green chart, clears out the memory, picks up any updates. And in fact, this morning I also not just did the green chart, I just rebooted the computer to just clear out everything, just to make sure. Even sometimes I've noticed on the broadcast, if you don't reboot the computer, there's stuff in the memory and things don't work quite as well on the broadcasts. Good habit And one of the things we're about is helping you create good trading habits, is to review at the end of every day, is to review the trades that didn't go the way that you wanted, so that you can learn from them and not continue to make whatever mistake it is that you were making. Last night, we didn't see a specific trade set up, but on the overnight trade, on the overnight trade, there was one set up. On the regular trade session, we didn't see anything, but on that overnight trade, it did close successfully. If you're not copying those, you should. Those are money in the bank. That's a highly accurate trade when it's there. We are technical traders. Our indicators are based on the price action, and they're very good at being able to tell us what direction the market is going. And if we can figure out what direction the market's going, we can make some money. However, news does impact currency prices, so we want to be able to identify news events so that we can trade around them. And there are a number of places to find what news is going on. The one I like best is Forex Factory. Forex Factory breaks news down into 3 categories. Yellow, which is low impact, I tend to ignore those. Orange, which is medium impact, I also tend to ignore these, but some people pay a little bit more attention to them. And red, which is high impact, these are the things I'm looking for and I want to trade around. And usually what I do is I create a 2-hour window before this item to not take trades within, so that I don't get caught up in any jumps that might happen because of the news event. And also, when there are news events and they're published numbers, the information starts to leak out a little bit beforehand, and that sometimes skews the price. So just to avoid that, I try not to trade around it. So this morning at 10 a.m., we've got this news on the USD, 2 different announcements. 2 hours beforehand puts us at 8. So we'll see what comes up. If I think the trade we can close the trade within 90 minutes, we'll take it. If not, we'll pass. And then any trade that we take this morning, there's more red items tonight for the Australian dollar. Any trade that we take this morning will be closed well before this, so we don't have to worry about it. And I don't trade the Chinese yen, so we don't need to worry about that. So with that, let's jump right in and see what we have. The chart I am going to let's do one more thing before we do that. The trade I am going to do is something I call the 10-point trade signal. I take the trade off of a 1-hour chart, but you can take it on anything from a 30-minute chart on up. The longer the time frame, the more pips the trade's worth. It just takes longer to get there. On a 1-hour chart, a trade is going to close within 1 to 3 hours to make its move. It's going to be worth anywhere from 5 to 35 pips. And I'm generally looking to get in and get out with 11 pips. And if I can do that 3 times a day, my bank account will be very healthy. And the premise of this trade is that if I can get the lines from all 3 sections of the chart to agree, that's a high probability trade. So that's what I'm looking for. So with that, let's jump in and see what we've got. The chart we're going to trade off of is called the Light 6 Major. It is a composite chart. And what I mean by that is it's showing us 6 different currency pairs. On this first chart, they're all US based. I start with the middle section of the chart, which is what we call the majors and minors. This red and green line is the major indicator. Black and gray line is the minor indicator. This horizontal red line is what we call the oversold line. Horizontal blue line is the overbought line. So I am looking for situations where these lines, the major and minor indicators, are either below the oversold line. If the market's oversold, that's a good time to buy. And specifically, when the lines are below and pointing up. Right now, they're pointing down. I don't know how much more move there is in the down movement, but I don't want to take a chance because when the market's oversold, it's eventually going to go up, and I don't want to get stuck having a sell when the market's ready to turn. So by waiting until these are going up, that improves my chance of the market going in the direction I want. And likewise, when the market's overbought, that's a good time to sell. And I am looking for situations where the lines are coming down. So nothing here. So I'll jump to the next chart, Euro USD, overbought. Majors, the red and green line, are going up. The minors have started to turn their sideways. So nothing here. Pound USD, oversold. Everybody's going up. The major lines are going up. The minor lines are going up. And I have what I call a double cross. That's the third element that I'm looking for, which is green line is on top and the gray line is on top. Now, so I've got everybody up. So 3 points. A couple things I don't like is I like to see what the slope of the green line is. Slope of the green line is a little less than 45 degrees. I want this to be a little greater than 40. I want it to be minimum 45 degrees or better. So I don't like that. Other thing I don't like is that we've been hanging out oversold here for, let's see, for at least 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 5 hours we've been oversold. When I like it when we've come down, it's hit and then it turns. So if I'm to take the trade here, I'd like to see the green line even steeper than 45 degrees since we're coming off of we've been oversold for many hours. So I'm going to pass on. Well, let's actually just walk all the way through it. So we've got 3 points here. So when I jump up, when I have 3 points here, I'm going to jump up to the TNTs, and there are 4 different lines here. And I'm going to count how many lines are supporting what we see. Thick orange line is going up. That's a point. Thin orange line is going down. So I don't get a point for that. The 2 blue lines are going down, and the blue lines are inversely related. So when blue's going down, that means buy. So the 2 blue lines are telling me buy. Thick orange is telling me buy. So I got 3 out of the 4. I need to have at least 3 out of the 4 or 4 of the 4. So I passed the second test, so to speak. And then I look at the pressure, and I want the lines to either be going up or I want the green line on top. So I don't have the lines going up, but I do have the green line on top. So this is a point. So 1 point here, 3 points here, and 3 points here. So I've got 7 points. My issue is I want to hold off because I'm going to hold off because of the slope of the green line being less than 45 degrees. We'll come back and take a look at it, but right now, that slope of the line bothers me. Dollar, Canadian dollar, we touched oversold. Everybody's going up, and I've got the double cross. So 3 points here. Here, you can see the green line is much steeper than 45 degrees. It's closer to, maybe 80 degrees. I will consider a trade as long as the top of the green line is less than halfway, and it's just at halfway. It's touching there. So that's a plus. I like that the lines are kind of clustered. The majors and the minors are kind of all tight together. That's a plus. So 3 points here. 2 orange lines going up very steeply. 2 blue lines coming down. So all 4 are telling me buy. And on the pressure, I've got sideways pressure. What makes it sideways is that the red line is going down and the green line is going up. But the green line is on top and the green line is going up. So I like the fact that the green line is going up. So we've got 1 point here, 3 points here, 4 points here. So I've got 8 points. I want at least 7 points to consider the trade with a point from each section. And I have that. So when I have that, USD, Canadian dollar, buy, this is, we are going to then confirm the trade. And the way I confirm the trade is I look at a chart that has multiple time periods on it. And specifically, what I want to see is the 2-hour and the 4-hour chart. On this trade, some of the trades we're interested in the entry. I'm not so much interested in the entry using this trade signal. I'm interested in making sure I get the direction of the move. And if I can get the direction of the move, I can make some money. So what I'm looking for is on the 2 and the 4-hour for us to have been oversold. So here we're oversold. Actually, not only were we oversold, but we're going up and we're midway through the channel. So this is also a good buy signal. Doesn't necessarily have to be a buy signal like this. I just want it over. I want it oversold. And if it's oversold, the thinking is that if for some reason this signal weakens, I'll pick up the trade off of the 2-hour or the 4-hour. It's just going to take longer to happen. So I want to avoid trades where I'm going to lose money because it's much extra work to be able to recover from a loss than to have not traded, have passed on a trade and just waited till you see what you want. So this, I consider this a positive confirmation, and I consider this a positive confirmation. 4-hour is oversold. The green line's going up. It doesn't have to be. I just want it oversold. So I've got the confirmation that I'm looking for. So once I have the confirmation that I'm looking for, I then need to figure out what the trade is worth. And to figure out what the trade is worth, I'm going to open up a clean chart. And I need to take a look at where the support and resistance are and what the trend is. So this is a trade where, unlike some of the trades where there's a predefined take profit, this is one that requires a little bit more analysis in that I need to figure out what the trade is worth. So first I'm going to drop some support and resistance in here. And when dropping support and resistance in here, I like to have more data points to do that. Support and resistance are merely spots where the candles seem to naturally stop. So here you can see the candles seem to naturally stop. Stopped in here, stopped over here, stopped over here. And these are going to become the limits of which I trade within. And on Euro USD, these tend to be about 30, 40 pips apart. So here we're at 34.07, and we're going to 32 224. So that's only about 15 pips. Let's see if we move it up a little bit. I'm going to move it up to here. So, and now I also want to know what the trend is. So here we're at, what is it, 3407 up to 3435. So that's about 30 pips. So I'm going to trade within this channel. These two lines, the support and resistance lines, are going to be the limit of how much my take profit is. And because I want to get in and get out quickly, I don't want to trade through these lines, because you can see how it bounces. It's bouncing here, how it bounced here. If I was waiting for this, look at how many hours I have to wait for it to actually kind of go through. So I want to stay within this range because I can get in and get out quickly. So that's one of my goals, is to get in and get out quickly, make my money, and then go on to the next trade. So I want to know how much room I have from where we're at to where the line is. So this is about 27 pips up and 6 pips down. 27 pips up and 6 pips down. Now we're trading into a downtrend. So if I am trading against the trend is your friend. You may have heard that. I don't want to get stuck taking a buy trade and it keep going down. So I'm going to take less pips going this way, which we've got a buy here. So we got a buy. Against the trend. I want to see how much room we've got to there. So 14 pips. 14 pips. I think we're going to go ahead and take a buy trade here. Let me just look at one more thing. Let's go back and look at the signal one more time. The two concerns I have, one, we've got the news item coming up at 10 a.m. It is possible for this to close in 90 minutes. So that's my one concern. And my other concern is if we go back, well, we don't have agreement here. Normally, this here, the USD is first. On these three, the USD is second. So I would expect that these trades are going to be reverse of what I'm seeing here. And they're not. We've got down, here we've got up, here we've got kind of sideways. So those are my two concerns, but I think, let's go back and look at it one more time. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and take a buy. We're going to take a buy. You can take it in your simulator. I'm going to take a buy for 11 pips. I'm going to stay a little conservative. We've got 27 pips there. So first thing I need to do is open the chart, USD, Canadian dollar. So I'm going to go to File, New Chart. And USD Canadian dollar is in this top group. I'm going to change. I don't like this chart, so I'm going to go to templates, and I've got this template that I like. I am going to click new order. It's going to open up the new order box for me. This account is a demo account. It's got 14,580 in it. I'm going to move the decimal place over 4 spots. So it's 1.446 if I round up. I can take anywhere from half of that to double it. I am going to just take the 1.5. I'm going to round up to 1.5. 1.5 market buy. And to keep my margin right, I'm going to right click, go to modify or delete. I am going to, we're going to take 11 pips. 11 pips is 110 points. I'm going to just put the 0 in, add 1 0 to it. And then I click the little blue button and it does the math for me. And we're going to use a 3-to-1. So if I'm going for 11 pips, I'm going to put a stop loss of 33 pips, which is 330 points. Click the button, click modify, and I want to make sure I see where make sure our stop loss and take profit are in here. So we took a buy on the US Canadian dollar for 11 pips with a take profit of 1.34212. That's 1.34212, and a stop loss of 1.33767. 1.33767, and I think we should be able to get this within the next 90 minutes for today. Let's see, just for the heck of it, I'm going to see if we have, we've got 3 minutes left. So I'm going to just see, I'm going to use a different trade strategy and see if we have another trade available. This trade strategy is called the thick orange line. Thick orange line looks at what the position of the thick orange line is. The thick orange line is a scaled line, and it goes from 0 when it's as low as it can go to 10 when it's as high as it can go. When it's at 10, that means the thick orange line doesn't think there's any more up in the movement. If there's no more up in the movement, that's a good time to sell. So here we're at 9.5, which is within 1 of 10. So that qualifies. When I see this within 1 of 10 or at 10, then I look at what the position of the red line on the major indicators is. Red line on the major indicators is way overbought. So condition 1 is met and condition 2 is met. So this is a little scalp trade. We're going to go ahead and take a 5 pip sell on the Euro Australian dollar because it's there. And this trade is good right at the top of the hour when there's less than 5 minutes left. We've got 1 minute left. So I'm going to go to file, a new chart. Euro Australian dollar is going to probably be down in this second group here. Euro Australian dollar. Again, I'm going to change it to a template screen that I like. And I'm going to click new order. My lot size is the same, market sell. Then I'm going to go down and edit it, modify it. This trade is worth 5 pips. 5 pips equals 50 points. Click the little blue button. It calculates it for me. Because of the accuracy of this trade, I can go a little higher on my stop loss to a 4-to-1. So 4-to-1 is 20 pips. And then I'm going to click. Well, before I click modify, I want to make sure I get the full 5 pips. So I'm just going to double check here. I got it at 0.6439. So if this is a sell, I'm going to go down to 0.6434. 64344. So I get my full 5 pips. Now, some traders on this trade, and I'll give you that number in a minute, want to see this number change by 1, and it has. It's changed by 5. So we have got, we took a sell on the Euro AUD with a take profit of 1.64344, 1.64344, and 1.64. Oops. Stop loss of 1.64609. So that's a take profit of 1.64344 and a stop loss of 1.64609. So this morning we took 2 trades, one using the thick orange line signal, another using the 10-point signal. This trade I expect to close a little sooner, hopefully within the hour. And what's happening is you can kind of think about it as the pulling a rubber band. When both the thick orange line is maxed out and the red line is above the overbought line, that's pulling it tight, and we're going to get a little snap where it's going to come back, and that's going to be worth 5 pips. If you want to learn to trade, these indicators are simple to use. We're going to show you the various signals. We're going to find one that resonates with you and teach you how to be able to recognize it and take action off of it. This is my last day in New Zealand. I will be here. We will be able to get the afternoon trade off before I have to get on the plane. There'll be no afternoon trade tomorrow because I'll be in the middle of still traveling. So I will see you again on Thursday morning. Thursday morning, there will be an afternoon trade tonight. Thanks so much for joining me. If you want to learn to trade, reach out. We'll get you set up. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.